Hey, listen, now it's time for the 40 Block segment brought to you by the Von Housen Automotive Group. You had a chance to catch up with Jerry Reynolds.
I did, and we were cruising around in a luxurious car. It was a 2019 AMG GLE 43 Coupe. Stylish, just like Jerry.
Okay.
Take a look.
There's very few people I would rather rock out with, especially in a fancy car like this one. This is of course, the 2019 GLE 43 Coupe that Von Housen Mercedes-Benz gave us to do 40 blocks with Jerry Reynolds.
I tell you what, the 40 blocks is going to go nice in this thing.
Right? And 40 blocks and this thing, right? I mean, look at that. We even got, it's got the exclusive AMG enhancement package. Power with a pedigree. That's like you. That's basically that's like your theme.
I've always had power with pedigree, and I don't like to brag on it, of course, but it just, it's just the way it is.
I'll brag for you.
Okay,
it's one of my favorite things to do.
I'm afraid Mrs. Reynolds sees this. She's going to kind of want one of these.
She might need to. It's got multiple modes for all of your driving moods. So if you're, I don't know what mood do you usually drive around in?
It depends. If I'm listening to little Rolling Stones, it's one mood. If it's, a little Adele, another one,
Oh, look at you.
But, of course, Bob Seger's my favorite. So, it kind of varies.
You were a great leader, a great motivator of people. You knew the game, as smart as they come when it comes to recognizing talent. And the fact that you've been able to carry that into the jobs that you've had since with the Monarchs and now present day with the Kings on broadcast. I mean, that's been you've done a really nice job being able to kind of span these decades with the same team and using all your talents.
I just fell in love with the game when I was young, 6 years old, back in French Lick, Indiana, and it was easy to do back there, and I'm still in love with it. I always said, if you love the game, it'll love you back, and it has. For me. The only thing I have a good conscience on is I know I did the best I could do.
What's something that if you look back to your coaching time, your time with the Monarchs, what you did with the Kings, even in the front office kind of work, where you were behind the scenes helping Jeff Petrie a lot, and even into the broadcasting world with Grant for all these years and what you're doing now. Is there something that you're most proud of? But if you were to really think about, like, gosh, I am just so thrilled that I was able to accomplish this. Is there something along that path that you'd say?
Well, there's a few things, as being involved with the Monarchs, as a general manager, and they put together a team that we did win the championship.
Won it all, and got the ring.
I was fortunate enough to be a part of the Olympic committee on women's basketball.
That's right.
We selected the coach and the players and things, and they won a gold, and so that meant a lot.
Right now, you're obviously having the chance to do the pre and post, and you're watching every game, maybe as probably a little bit differently than you've watched them before, from courtside, from traveling around. What are you seeing this year with this Sacramento Kings team that you are really liking? What are the things that are you feeling like they're really starting to make progress on?
To me, it's a team that certainly can score, and I mean, people say, well, everybody can score, but I mean score at a really winning rate. And a style that's fun to watch. You really enjoy it, and then maybe add to that just the overall chemistry of the team. This is certainly as good a chemistry as I've seen in my 34 years. Every bit as good as, probably better even than the great Kings teams of the early 2000s.
Which is what everybody used to talk about, why they were the gold standard.
Yeah, and of course, I always thought Vlade had so much to do with keeping the chemistry of that team.
Grant Napier along with Jerry Reynolds.
You mentioned Grant Napier too. I know that he's been such a staple on our airwaves, on the broadcast for so long, and you say such a pleasure to work with. I mean, speaking of gritty and grimy, he's a gritty and grimy guy for sure, but also one of the best.
Of the best, absolutely. He is Mr. Grit, that's for sure. He's such a knowledgeable guy. About all sports, it's just amazing to me. When I first started working with him, I really was very confident I understood the game a lot better than Grant. And I'm not near sure of that anymore.
I'm going to go through a little speed round. I'm going to ask you some quick questions. I want you to just, the first thing that comes to mind, your childhood basketball team. What was your favorite team growing up?
The 1958 Springs Valley Blackhawks, actually.
Yes! Favorite place to eat in the Sacramento region?
Oh, Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel, they got a Cracker Barrel hill now, here now.
You're so
Man.
excited.
Oh, it's like heaven.
When are the Kings going to win their first championship in the Sacramento era?
Probably 1 year after I'm dead.
Oh, no! That's not happening. Well, I mean, you're going to live to your 135.
Okay, well, that's what I'm thinking.
Not that we can't wait that long.
Well, no, I do think. I mean, I fully expect in my lifetime, but it's. I want the fellas to kind of suck it up here and speed up the process.
Get it going. All right, Jerry Reynolds, Studio 40 on 40 Blocks. Thanks to Von Housen. You're the man. Love you.
Thank you, Scotty. You bet.